I'm Dr. Eleanor Blackwood, and I never believed in ghosts until I became one. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me take you back to where it all began. It started in an attic. Not just any attic, but one locked away for generations in my family's crumbling mansion. Ichampwit ambertaita. And Tatio Sarita Charber Timoyu Samaya was you years waiting for me, as if it knew I'd come. Yao, some secrets are meant to stay buried, but truth always finds a way. So, no, that can't be right. The Salem trials couldn't have, unless... Come in. Dr. Blackwood, I'm so sorry to bother you, but the deadline for my thesis is tomorrow, and I'm completely stuck on this section about 17th century witch hunts, and you're the only one who... Breathe. Mr. Collins. Tom Collins. Like the drink? All right, Mr. Collins. Show me what you've got. I should have said no. But something in his desperate eyes reminded me of myself years ago, before I learned that knowledge always comes with a price. And there it was. The letter I'd been avoiding for weeks. The one about clearing out the family mansion. I had no choice. The house was to be sold, and with it, centuries of history. My history. I had to go. What secrets are you hiding, old house? I felt it then. A pull. Like the diary was calling to me. I should have run. Should have left it there, buried in dust and time. But I didn't. Who's there? That's when it happened. The moment everything changed. I had just been marked. Cursed. And the clock had started ticking. I brought the diary home, but I couldn't bring myself to open it. Not yet. It sat on my desk, a silent accusation. And then things started happening. What the... At first I tried to rationalize it. Old houses settle, right? Drafts can play tricks on the eyes. But then... This isn't possible, but it was. And deep down, I knew. The clock was ticking. My time was running out. The symbolism of hourglasses in 17th century occult practices. There has to be a connection. I threw myself into research. The academic in me thought if I could just understand it, I could control it. Oh, how naive I was. James, it's Eleanor. I need your help. So, Elle, you want to tell me why you're suddenly interested in centuries-old cold cases? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Try me. I could see the doubt in his eyes. The same look he had when things ended between us. But I didn't have time for old wounds. Whoa, what's happening to me? Eleanor, you okay in there? James, run. Eleanor. In that moment, as death quite literally stared me in the face, I realized two things. One, I was in way over my head. And two, James, well, let's just say he finally believed me. Or the diary. It was leading us back to where it all began. James, I don't know if I can do this. Hey, we're in this together now. Whatever's in there, we'll face it. His words were meant to comfort, but as we stepped inside, I felt it. What the hell was that? That's just the welcoming committee. With each step, the visions grew stronger. Flashes of the past, bleeding into the present, and always, always, that ticking clock in my head. No, it can't be. What did you see? The murderer. It was my great-great-grandfather. In that moment, as my fingers found the latch, I felt a chill. Not from the spirits, but from a memory. My own memory, long buried. I've been here before. What, when? Oh God. James, it's my fault. I found it, and I just put it back. I've been keeping that poor soul trapped all this time. Eleanor, we need to go. Now. No. I have to make this right. In that moment, cornered by a vengeful spirit, my life literally slipping away, I had a choice to make. Run, or face the consequences of a century of secrets. If I don't make it, promise me you'll tell the truth. All of it. Eleanor, don't talk like that. We're getting out of here together. But I knew. Sometimes, to lay the past to rest, you have to be willing to go down with it. In that moment, facing down a century of secrets and a very angry ghost, I made my choice. I opened the diary to its final page, May 15th, 1889. God forgive me for what I've done. The body lies beneath the old oak where the lightning struck. May this confession free my soul. This is Detective Harper. I need a team at the old Blackwood estate. Bring excavation equipment. Requiescat in pace. By the power of truth and remembrance, I release you. In that moment, I saw her. Not the vengeful ghost, but the woman she'd been. Scared, betrayed, and so very tired. It's okay. You can rest now. We'll make it right. Eleanor, how did you... I guess sometimes you need a historian to lay history to rest. As dawn broke, casting its first tentative rays through the attic windows, I felt lighter, as if a weight I'd carried my whole life without even knowing it had finally lifted. I think this belongs here, where it can't hurt anyone anymore. And you? Are you okay? I will be. For the first time in a long time, I think I really will be. As we turned to leave, I could have sworn I felt a presence. Not malevolent this time, but grateful. They say those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. But sometimes, learning isn't enough. Sometimes, you have to face it head-on, no matter how terrifying. Only then can you truly put the past to rest. As for me, well, let's just say my days of ignoring family history are over. After all, remember, dear listener, the next time you hear an odd creak in an old house or feel a chill on the back of your neck, not all ghosts are out to harm you. Some just want their story told, and sometimes they choose you to tell it.